was not a popular girl. I didn't have a lot of friends, except I remember thinking one day I'm watching TV and I thought, you know, in my infinite wisdom I said, I ought to be on TV. Now, if you'd taken a mirror and put it up and gone, Shawna, take a good look. You, TV, I don't think I ever would have gone for it. But thank God nobody said that to me, because sometimes the seeds of what we have to do come way deep inside. So I decided I was going to be on TV. Now, there was a ways I had to go between where I was and where I wanted to be. That's why you're sitting in this room. There's always a ways to go from where we are and where we want to be. And if we quit getting to that place where we're saying, hey, I'm where I want to be, what will happen to us? We'll stop. We will not get any better. So I had to do all the things. Matter of fact, I went to classes. I took dancing. I went to finishing school 3 times. I continued to study, and I went to see Zig Ziglar. I got my braces off, and then I got rid of my glasses and got contact lenses, and then I got radial keratotomy, and then I lost the weight. Then I gained it, and then I lost it, and then I gained it. But the point is, I just kept working on myself, and then I got photos. And you all know that if you get photos, you can get into the entertainment industry. So I got myself an agent, and they said, call us, and maybe we'll send you on an audition. Let me tell you how the entertainment industry works. I've been in it a while. This is how it works. If you're good, if you're lucky, and if you're right for the part, you'll get about 10% of the jobs you audition for. 10%, not of all the jobs, but 10% of the jobs you what? Is that good odds? Terrible, terrible odds. But you know what? Nobody told me that. Thank heavens. So I said, I know. I'm just going to put a little plan together, and I'm going to call in, and I'm going to get myself an audition. Because I really wanted this. I had a definite purpose. I knew what my goal was. And so I started calling. Now, the way the entertainment industry works here in Portland, they had a special line at the agency. And this is for the talent to call. Basically where the gatekeeper resides. Do you all know what a gatekeeper is? The gatekeeper. And so I would call the phone, and I'd dial the phone, and I'd go, hi, this is Shawna Schuh, actor. Are there any auditions? What'd she say to me? No. You're right. She said, no, you're hoping. But she said, no. Big N, big O. And I would go, oh, okay, fine. Hang up the phone. A little bit depleted, a little bit demotivated. Do we ever get demotivated by the word no? We do. But I had a purpose. I had a goal. So I dialed the phone again. Hi, this is Shawna Schuh, actor. Any auditions for me? And once again she said, no. No. And I would go, thank you. So I hung up the phone. I didn't think it happened the first couple of days. Second week. It's Shawna. Wondered if there were any auditions I could go on. And again she said, no. And I thought, well, I didn't think it happened in the first couple of weeks. Second month. Is there anything for anybody? And again she said, no. Now I had some choices. What could some of the choices I could have made? Quit. I could have just quit. And we do that, don't we? We go after people keep saying no to us, especially when we're in sales, and we say, oh, this is not worth it. Maybe my internal voices are right. Maybe I'm no good. Maybe I am not talented enough. Maybe I should have looked in the mirror before I went. Maybe I shouldn't do this. We could quit. It's a choice. What's another choice we could make? What did?
Dial a different number.
Dial a different number. Get through the gatekeeper, right? Who knew these skills? All right. And the other thing that I could have gone to, I could have even gone down there, couldn't I have? I didn't even know I didn't know. Have we all been there at one time or another? I didn't even know I had choices. I just kept dialing. I dialed for months and months, trying new things. I would always, hi, Shawna, auditions, any? I would try every technique, and every single time she'd say no. Now let me ask you a question. When we hear no, aren't we demotivated? But when a kid hears no, are they demotivated? Does a kid hear? Yeah. Does a kid hear no? What does a kid hear?
Try again.
Maybe. Try again. Here's what I think. I think a kid hears challenge. I think a kid thinks, oh man, this is going to take a little bit of work. Now, here's a premise that I believe is true. I believe that adults say no right off the bat because most of them are parents. And yes has gotten them into trouble.